So today we have Ariel and Eric, two star-crossed lovers, and the treasure chest there. Okay, so we have group 1, 2, and 3. So go ahead and pause the video if you need to. Make your decision. And we will get started with group 1. Hi, group 1. So you chose Eric. I'm the number 1 person. Like if I have a choice out of 3, I will always pick number 1. It's like it's never a choice. If someone's like choose a number, I'm like 1. So if you're like me, you are here. Okay, so let's see what we got today. Actually, it should go like this. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's not tarot, but okay. All right, so I'm feeling dark hair. This lady has dark hair here. She does have lighter skin as well. I'm not seeing, they have quite lighter skin too. So they have darker hair, I believe, and lighter skin. We'll get a little more kind of like this guy, see? But we'll see what else we get. So I'm feeling like probably like a Midwest type of place, you know, like in America. So there's like a lot of plains, there's a lot of grass, you know. This is really standing out to me here. I feel like that's kind of because it's also like with this location picture, you know. I feel like if they're not from there, I mean, if they're not like there now, they're from that type of area. And it doesn't have to mean like just America, like in other countries as well, wherever that like area of like the plains and the crops are grown. I feel like that's kind of more like where they grew up. Okay, I feel like with this one, it's kind of telling me like they have a desire to travel, but I don't think they've gotten there yet. Like I feel like that's like a dream. I feel like this person has a lot of goals. You know how some people you meet them and you're like, so what's your plans? Like, what do you, like, some people don't even have bucket lists. And to me, that's like crazy. Like you don't actually even have like anything that you aspire to do, you know? I feel like this person is the opposite of that. Like this person definitely has lots of dreams, because I feel like this kind of, you know, this kind of is telling me more than that. This is kind of telling me like your person is closer to you than you think. And these two here are giving me like total tower vibes, right? So I feel like they might live in a city now. So like I said, like I think they came from here, but they don't quite live there anymore. Like maybe their family is still there and stuff. And that's kind of like maybe why they had like these dreams of traveling and stuff. And they like just recently, you know, have gotten out of this whole plains crops type of, you know, location, and they've moved to like a bigger city. And so even if you're not like in a big city, I feel like they're close to you. Like whatever near city is near you, I think that's where they are. Like, you know, you can't just go to that city and go walking around like looking. I mean, but you know, at least you know they're kind of close. So they're making their way like to you. Let's see what else we have. All right, let's do these. Okay, interesting. I almost feel like this should be like underneath this, because we have like lightning going on here, you know? Okay. So maybe like when they left, maybe, I mean, I feel like they left obviously because they like have these goals and stuff. And I feel like maybe it was kind of hard. Like maybe they had like a girlfriend or a boyfriend, you know, whoever, like there, and they kind of almost actually like broke up with them to leave. Like maybe this person that they had, you know, and it wasn't really like a bad situation, but I feel like they were one of those people that just didn't really have those goals. Like they didn't really understand your person, you know, like And I feel like they left. Like I'm feeling, because they have like breakup, separation. And I feel like they kind of just cut this person out. Like, you know, I have to follow my dreams. And, you know, little do they know that you are a part of those dreams, you know. And then we have sudden change, shocking news, right? So it is kind of telling me to read this as kind of like a tower card as well, because we have this like sudden change. So something happened, like, yeah, like they really had to, like, this is a big change that they like moved. And it's interesting that I put it underneath this like city card, right? Like these two like changes. So this is like a big change, I feel like. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. Okay, so we have dark hair again here, right? All of them actually have pretty dark hair. So keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations, which does kind of make sense, because if not a lot of people are like from, you know, the plains area, you know, the agriculture section, you know, it's very far in between where there's houses. So, and it's a lot of open land. So I feel like that is quite different from you. And this could be vice versa. Like maybe that's you who came from that. That could be speaking from that. And your person is from the city, you know, whatever. But because it is saying that you need to keep an open mind, that your person isn't quite who you think it's going to be, you know? Like maybe this person, you're going to find out, oh, what? Like your background is, you know, you're grew up strictly in this religion, in this, you know, whatever, and now it's totally different. It's just a different bringing up from you, for sure, like a different childhood, definitely. But yeah, obviously you're gonna get along, right? Let's see what else. Let's see what these want to tell us here. Okay, so they have dark hair. Awesome. Let's do it like this, I guess. Is that in? Can we see that? Yes. Okay. Okay, they're a fire sign. Good, good. Yeah, I really didn't, I'm not picking up on any, that does kind of make sense. You know, we do have a lot of fire, lightning going on, right? And like fire signs are kind of like unpredictable in a way, but yeah, you know, not like super wild child here, but you know, they have goals. They definitely follow them. You know, they definitely have a pursuit of happiness, and they decide like what their happiness is going to be. Like they're unpredictable in that way, where you're like, you know, you just never really know what they're going to do, because they really follow their own heart, you know? And is known to be sarcastic often. Definitely a fire sign, right? So, okay, those are all really good clues. So, fire sign, dark hair, sarcastic. Again, the dark hair probably lives in a city near you, like a city near you, okay? Probably a background of like growing up in like a more rural, farm-like community, but really wants to travel, really wants to like do all the things. And like it was a big change, definitely a big change. And I feel like they did cut some people out in order to make this change and follow these goals. We have a couple more here. Okay, so again, like the wishes, right? Like, so this is like my wish card, and I accidentally put it on this, which is like their goals, you know, like wanting to travel and stuff, and like leaving this like thing, this whole like farm situation. And it doesn't have to be like a farm situation in particular, you know, it could just be like something very different from you, like whatever your community's type of, your country's type of like more desolate area, I guess, could be. Because it's definitely different from the city, that's for sure, you know, so whatever it is, right? I feel like it could be like actually like northern, like, you know, because Midwest is kind of like more northern, you know, there's seasons, there's seasonal changes. So there's usually like snow, and then there's like the summertime. That's usually where crops are grown, you know. But I get that because like we have these like snow covered pine trees here. And I feel like it's like this idea that they had, you know, it's their idea of home, but it's not quite home anymore because they like moved to the city. It's like in between, right? So there's like the city, there's like this farming type of stuff, and then there's like, they're like holding that. And I feel like they're not you know, it's like they have both worlds now. But that could make sense because, like, if they do have like lighter skin, because I am feeling, and they all do have lighter skin in there. Let's see what we have on here before. I can't really tell a type of. She looks like she has lighter skin. Oh, and this also does kind of. It's like the plains type of look, right? It's kind of just like empty open land, and it's kind of like snowy looking. So again, it could be the more northern area. Mm-hmm. And then the little thing is earthed. So they could have earth in them, okay? So earth sign and fire sign. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. Which makes sense because I feel like your person is like, you know, finding themselves. They're like leaving this little pocket of life and like searching for the rest of the world, you know? Okay, so that's all of our cards. So let's grab some charms. We're also going to do the little words and we'll do a pendulum too, okay? Get you out of here for now. Alrighty. Okay. I'm actually going to take a sip of tea. What do we have? Okay, so we have the I, and it looks like that's all the letters. Okay, so we have an I. Let's see what else we have. Ooh, okay, so this is my wish. Okay, so this is like treasure, like the treasure at the end of the rainbow, you know, it's like it's a wish. It's like what you're searching for. It's something you're searching for. It's the treasure, you know? So again, that makes sense with your person because they're searching for their thing. They're like on that adventure now, you know? Mm-hmm. And it kind of makes sense because we have like all this like movement, right? So I'm going to read this as like movement. That's what I'm getting. So it's more like they're on their way, you know? And it's not normally how I read these, but that's how I'm feeling. Like it's kind of like an expression of like freedom, you know, like, oh my God, I've never seen like a trolley before. I've never seen the city in this way, not as a tourist or anything, but I'm living in it, you know, I'm part of the city now. And I feel like that's kind of, you know, like when they go to, you know, New York, Times Square, you know, like just stand there and take a picture. It's kind of what I'm getting from that. Okay, we also have tonic here, and then we also have a pitcher. Okay, so it's like they're looking for that, you know, the quenching of this thirst that they have. Like they're looking for something. I feel like they're very like excitable. I feel like they're like, you know, having fun. They're partying. I feel like they're very like open-hearted type of person. Like I feel like they're very like, oh my God, the city. It's almost like childlike, not like childlike, but like where they're just really excited about life right now, you know? So like, I don't know if that has to do with like when you meet them or if that's what they're going through right now. I'm getting more of a sense that this is what they're going through right now. So this obviously has something to do with you. Like maybe you moved to the city recently, or maybe you are going to, or maybe you just moved from the city. You know, it has something to do with that because either that or it's just telling you, okay, this is where they actually are present right now. But things can change. I mean, we do have this momentum, so they could maybe be moving away from the city and more closer to you if that's the situation. Okay, so we have grass. Now, this is giving me suburban, okay? So when you think of like grass, like if it's not, I'm not feeling like it goes with anything else. So when it's by itself, it's telling me like suburban. So maybe that's like what you technically are searching for, or maybe that's where you've just moved. This is also something your person wants. So regardless that they're in the city now, I feel like, because I was compelled to say like, I think they might be moving towards you. I think they just needed to get that like whole city thing out. That, you know, this whole vibe, like the, oh my God, I'm in the city. Yes. You know, it had to like happen. And it's just like the first step of them on their life that they're looking for, you know? But this is telling me like that's what they want, like the house with the grass that you have to mow, you know, it's the whole the house, you know, the picket fence, whatever you want to call it, right? So this isn't facing this way. So if it's facing up, I normally think of it as being like something smooth. So this is telling me that again, like they might be going through something, and that makes total sense. So it's just giving me like the emotional part of it. Like they need to work this out right now. You know, they're getting this out of their system. But they are on their way to like wanting the, you know, more settled down thing. And it doesn't have to take forever. You know, it could be a couple weeks, it could be a month, it could be a year. I don't know, you know. Then we have this, okay. So I'm not sure how to take that. So I could either take it that, but I'm feeling like, no, I'm not feeling like they're attached to anything because I feel this like whole freedom thing, right? So maybe that's kind of like, it's kind of giving me like the whole vibe of like, they might be being liberated a little too much, okay? Because we do have the having fun, the tonic, then we have the handcuffs. Maybe they're kind of having to go through this whole like rebellious stage right now. I think that's seriously what's happening. No matter what stage of life they're in, you know, how old they are, I think this needs to be happening right now and have a little run-in with the law, you know what I mean? In order to really like, you know, get to this point where they want to settle down now, you know, because I think their soul just would have never settled down. Does that make sense? Like maybe this is for someone who's actually waiting. Maybe you're actually waiting and you know who I'm talking about. Maybe you're waiting for this person to just stop this, you know? Like, why are you doing this? Like, why do you feel the need to like party still? Why do you... And I feel like they just need... They're not out of control, I don't think. I think they just... Their soul needs this for some reason. It really does. It needs to go through this rebellious stage. Maybe they never got that as a kid, right? I mean, or they could be young. You could be young, you know? So maybe this is what's happening. But they will. They're going to be a normal person, you know? They're going to want to settle down and do the things that all the people want to do, right? And last but not least, okay, I wasn't sure what that was. So that tells me normally like childhood stuff. So again, that's funny that I just brought up, like maybe they didn't have that in childhood. It's like something to do, for some reason this is prominent for you to know. So you possibly could know this person and this could clear some stuff up for you. It's not that they want to go out and just, oh my God, who cares, YOLO all the time. I think it's something tied in with the boring, rural, maybe quite religious raising of them, you know, their childhood, right? So don't worry, right? So it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And it's funny that it's like an I also as well, because it's like me, I, solo. So I think they do have to do this thing by themselves, get this out of their system. Clearly, you need to know this for some reason, okay? Let's get some words. Okay, let's move you a little. All right, we have dinner, 3, okay, sky, the if, lake, lakey, okay. The born was ghost. You guys, if this is for you, you're gonna know what this means. Like I always say, I don't really look into the whole sentence from the universe thing too much because these are for you to decipher. Okay, so we have dinner, 3, sky, the if, lakey, the born was ghost. Maybe, you know, if you do know this person, maybe they ghosted you, you know, who knows? I don't know. Maybe you ghosted them. All right. So that's for you. We will ask the pendulum a question. we're going to ask for an extra clue, and then we're also going to ask when, okay? So give us one little extra clue that will be helpful for the viewer. Please and thank you. You can do it. You can do it. We already know kind of what they look like, right? They're discovering their freedom right now. So what should they look for? What do we got? Oh, okay, so they have dark skin. So I wasn't sure, but I do still feel like they come from like that type of region. So it also depends on where you're from, you know, what country you're in and everything. Okay, so they have dark hair and dark skin. Possibly comes from the more northern area, maybe when it snows every once in a while where they come from. Moved to the city, possibly near you. I think they are near you, okay? Let's find out when. So give us a good time frame. So when will the next step be? So say you know, don't even know this person, then when will you meet them? If you know this person, when will they have contact with you? You know the drill, right? So what's the next step? Like, when will that be? When? Okay. Oh, ooh, 1 week. Okay, so give it 1 week, you know, get your pretty butt going and fix up that house. This is coming quick. Okay? You know, might want to, you know, you just, whatever it is. So maybe you just meet them, and maybe, you know, you will barely even know them, right? You won't barely even give them a second glance. But this is when they will come into your life, whether you know it or not, okay? So that is what I have for you. I hope that helped. It was maybe slightly longer than I've been doing. I just don't have too much time, so I'm trying to do like a couple shorter ones and then a long one, you know. So hopefully this helped. Comment, like, subscribe. It helps me a whole bunch. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys take care and have a good night. Hi, group 2. You chose the treasure chest. Okay, what do we get? What do we get? Okay, let's do... Okay, so first of all, whenever I get this card, when I'm doing these type of readings, I really do feel like they come from a Mediterranean type area. I know that sounds like crazy, like why so specific? There's a lot of people in that area. Like a lot of people live in those areas, in that specific, like around that sea specifically. A lot of people. But I do say that because it does look like that. Now, and it doesn't have to be, it could be a lot actually, and it could be in that general type area, okay? It doesn't have to be the Mediterranean, but you know, like Greek, Italian, even Turkish. It could be any of those, you know, more northern. And then it could even be like Egyptian and more northern Africa area, okay? And they don't have to come from that location. They could also just look like that. So they could have, you know, their ancestors are from there, but maybe their parents or grandparents moved somewhere a long time ago, right? So they don't necessarily have to be born there, but I do feel like they look like Mediterranean type, right? That more olive, and it does make sense. See, we have the olive skin, okay? And okay, so these two are very similar in tarot wise. So I do feel like they might be leaving a situation. So maybe they just had a bad breakup. but there's something that they just left. They left something more tumultuous and they're going towards something calmer. Maybe they want to settle down soon. Group one actually had similar vibes as well. Like your person is on the hunt for the whole settle down thing, right? I do feel like, and like this little genie bottle, that's kind of telling me that this is like their wish. This is what they want to do. They're following their heart and their gut, and they're moving along and leaving other things behind. Okay, so, oh, that's interesting. Look, it looks like an eye. So they could have blue or green eyes, maybe even hazel, okay? But we do have the Wheel of Fortune, so again, it's kind of like things are changing. Like maybe they were in a more tumultuous type of situation, and now they are leaving. Like whether it's a job, relationship, family, anything. It could be all of them, all at once, who knows? But they are looking for that. I think it's making this kind of like prominent because that does have to do with you, because I think they now are on their way to you. And maybe you even like felt that, like maybe you've kind of felt like, oh, you know what, I should probably start thinking about looking for my person, maybe whatever it is. Like first you were, I don't know, distracted, you were doing life, and now maybe recently you've kind of like had that like shift in energy, like, and maybe that's why it's kind of explaining this, like why you felt that, because your person also had this shift as well. Like you guys are on your way to like meet each other, I feel like. They could have a dog. I'm seeing this dog prominently here. And it almost reminds me of like a record player. Like we have two circles here. We actually have a lot of circles. I don't know why that's reminding me of a record player. Like that never comes up. But maybe music has to do with this. Like maybe they're an actual like DJ or something. Or maybe you go and see a DJ and that's where you'll meet them. Or just a place that plays music in general. But like, some sort of venue like that, or I almost said that like in the French way. Yeah, that, I feel like that for some reason is coming up. Like, I feel like music has something to do. Maybe you're a singer, maybe you're a musician, and maybe they'll come to see you. But that makes sense to me. So at least for a few of you, that makes sense. Okay. Let's see what else we get. Let's do these. Oh, and like these two people also have dark hair. So they could have dark hair. But then these two kind of lighter hair. So, not sure. And again, when I get like half and half like that, could be someone who has dark hair who bleaches it blonde, or lighter hair who makes it darker, okay? Let's see. So we have interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email, hoovering. I don't know why it says hoovering. I think it's supposed to be hovering. Does that make more sense? Like, isn't a hoover like a vacuum? I don't know why it's spelled that way. Or does that like mean something that I'm unaware of? I don't know. But okay, so when that comes up, it does tell me that you guys are going to be talking soon. So maybe you might not meet each other physically, but maybe you'll meet them like online, on, dating site kind of thing or something, or through like a work thing where you have to email each other. Or that you already know them and you're like awaiting this, you're waiting for an answer. But I think that's only for a very few of you, because I feel like you don't actually know this person yet. Like, I feel like you're about to, and you are about to be exchanging, messages and stuff. We do have engagement ring, but this, again, is giving me, like, the circle vibe, right? Also, sometimes when this comes up, it is just saying, like, maybe look for an actual ring that they're wearing. Like, maybe they wear, like, a very specific ring, or they wear, like, their class ring. Something that they wear all the time. But that might not be for everyone, but, yeah, or like a piece of jewelry or something where it's like something very, like, to keep your eye out for it, something, that noticeable about them. Yeah, okay, let's see what else. Okay, past life relationship. So I like that. So you, because you know, I'm getting that kind of vibe that like you do know them, but I don't. Like I don't think that you know them. So that makes sense because you probably do know them and they are your future spouse. So you could have been, you know, in a relationship or some sort of close situationship with them in a past life. So this is like a kindred spirit coming back. You're supposed to be together in this lifetime. You have known each other before. And that could just mean in this life too. So if you do know them, then it makes sense, right? What else we have? Oh, okay, interesting. So this is again like my past life type of card here in this deck. Sometimes it means like family history and stuff, but like we're not reading it that way. So that does make sense, right? So you do have some sort of roots with this person if you don't know them. And it could be definitely also a past life, okay? You guys could go like way back, like thousands of years back, right? Okay. Oh, wears a meaningful accessory often. Hey, that would make sense. I don't know if that's in, so we'll just put that up there. Okay, has lived in more than one country. Okay, that would make sense. I mean, over there too, like the countries are very small. Like I'm in America, our states are the size of your countries, you know what I mean? So I mean, and we travel through those things all the time. So I can't imagine staying in your one little country. Like you guys all have to have passports over there, right? So I mean, that wouldn't be that crazy if like they lived in one country before and now live somewhere else. I mean, that's quite possible out there. But like I said, like, so they might not even live in that area anymore. Maybe they just look like they do, have the remnants of that, you know, have the roots of that, but don't actually reside there, right? You have your first kiss will be within 1 year from now. Okay, that's not horrible, you guys. A year goes by fast, and to be honest, I might have a little bit of anxiety if I was you, if I read that, because, like, you think you're ready, and then you're like, oh my God, I'm not ready at all. So, you know, that's cool. So maybe that means like you'll meet them soon. Maybe they will be at a distance from you in the meantime, and maybe it will take you guys a while for you to actually get together, trust each other enough to actually like have a actual relationship, right? I like this. I like it. I feel like it's good timing, right? You know, it's not rushed. Let's see what our very last card is, just to so, ooh, I like that picture a lot. So, lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. I think that that's like the overall theme of what your person's going through right now. Like, I feel like they are doing that right now. Like, they are going through that, you know, the cycle, right? Like the wheel of fortune. Things are changing. They're walking away from things, you know, boating away from things. And they are looking for you, this past life person. And if it's not, then it's just as strong, okay? But I'm feeling like you guys, group two, definitely this is like a past life type of deal, okay? Let's see what the charms want to tell us. This is like standing up, but that's funny. Okay, so we have a bee, a very prominent bee that wants to stand up tall. Okay, then we have an F. So you guys could be looking for your boyfriend. And then we have a G, B, F, G. We have lots of letters this time. An X. Oh, and then a 7. Okay, so we'll put that separate. So B, F, G. Oh, see, it could be or your girlfriend. Okay, not an X, but it could be. Maybe like this could be talking about your ex. Whenever X comes up, I do take that into account, okay? So if you are thinking of an ex, maybe this is the right person for you. And maybe they did move away or something, you know, and they'll be coming back. Maybe you've been texting them for a while, you know, something like that. So we do have the red marble. This to me tells me that they could possibly be a fire sign. That's really the only thing I really take from that. Sometimes I take it as like maybe like an anger thing, but I'm not feeling that at all. I don't think, if there was, maybe because it was an X, it's dissolved at this point. But I'm more feeling like it's an air or a fire sign, okay? Doesn't have to be, they could just have it in their chart as well. So this here is it's like a wish, but it's kind of like the potion for the wish, right? It's like magic. It's like fairy dust. It's like you have the wish. This is kind of like the key to the wish, right? So something might be coming your way. Maybe there might be some sort of gift from the universe that is kind of like sending this your way, and it'll make sense to you later. So it's kind of like keep your eye out for signs, because that is kind of like, it's like intuition. It's all that like magical stuff in a bottle. Okay, so like, and maybe it means like maybe you need to drink that. Maybe you need to open up and open that inner intuition, okay? So we have a bucket. Let's see what else we have, because the bucket could mean a couple things. Okay, so then I believe this is, oh, this is an actual, this is a lighthouse. Okay, interesting that there's like two water things. So again, it could be they live near that sea, or they come from that area, something to do with that area. There's Mediterranean all over this, okay? So with that, I'm gonna say maybe like fishing, but I don't really feel that. I'm feeling like that could be for a few of you. So if that does make sense, like maybe your person does come from that like type of life. But I'm more feeling like this person is just quite deep. You know? Like, I mean, you did choose the treasure chest, you know? These are like, you know, what's inside? Like, what's inside? This is like a very hard to open thing. There's very precious things inside, which are feelings and your emotions. You know, not golden stuff. Like the real precious stuff is the stuff you never give away and you hold dear, and those are your emotions. You never want anybody to even see them half the time. Nevertheless, know you have them. For God, oh, God forbid. You know, I think that this person has done that work. You know, they are like looking for that they want to settle. You know, they're on their way. They're leaving things behind and going through and following what they really want, because we do have this little heart as well to go along with it. So I feel like they're digging deep, they're searching deep, you know, they're going way down there and getting that water, those emotions that are really deep down in the ground, you know, because this is like it's like a well bucket, you know, not just a normal one. It like hooks up to like a thing for the well. And then we have, what is this? The golden pig. Okay, so this to me tells me that, because pigs are so smart, like pigs are actual great companions, you know? Like I don't eat them, I don't eat any animals, I'm vegan. So they're our friends, you know, and a golden friend is something you cannot ever give up, you know? Like I feel like that is what that is. It's comfort, it's loyalty, it's just your golden person. I feel like they're on their way. Like maybe they are becoming like this golden pig for you. I know that sounds weird, but like this friend, they're a friend. They're very smart, and they like to cuddle. They like to do all the things. They play hard, they sleep hard, you know, they cuddle hard. Pigs are amazing. And you know, so that's why it's kind of like my golden friend charm, and that is what your person's going to be for you. It's not going to be like a working relationship or a roommate type of thing. I feel like this is going to be like a deep connection, you know, because this person is doing that work. So, and if it is an ex, like an ex-boyfriend or girlfriend, right? I think they did have to leave for a while and find this again in them, you know, do that searching deep within to be better, you know? Okay, let's see what the words want to give us. very below. Ooh, like I said, ooh, pant. Okay, I was gonna say, you know, digging for emotions, maybe we're not anymore. Okay, still she a fun had sky. And that's it. Very below, pant, still, she, a fun had sky. So sometimes, you know, the universe gets a little confused. Like sometimes there's just extra little words in there. I think it does a pretty good job, though, of finding words that could make sense to you, okay? So I never try to really dissect that too much. That's more for you from the universe. So those are words that you were supposed to see. All right, let's ask the pendulum 2 questions. So we're looking for one extra clue. Something that will be easy for you to look for if you already know them, or when you do come across them, you'll be reminded of this and it will make sense. So we need a clue for the viewer to be able to spot their future spouse. Please and thank you. Make it good, make it good. Okay, okay. Oh, okay. We are staying. Okay, they just started a new job. Okay, that makes a lot of sense, right? So if they just started doing all these changes, they left their, you know, other world behind, they have left something behind, so that would make sense. Maybe it's a major career move or something. They just realized, I'm not happy, you know, because they're following this intuition. Okay, so that totally makes sense. Now we're gonna see when will it happen? So when will the next step happen, right? So if you already know them, when will it get further along, you know, the next step? When will you meet them if you don't know them? You know the drill. So what's the next step? Like when will that happen? Oh, I think we're staying. Ooh, okay, 1 month. 1 month. That is only 30 days, possibly 31 if you are lucky, because that's not a lot of time. Okay, so 1 month. So that's going to be the next step. Maybe, you know, maybe this is describing the person that you've been dating for a while and you're wondering when they're going to propose to you. Oh, didn't we get the ring? Did we get that? Did we? I think we did. Oh my gosh, we did. So interesting. So if you were looking for that specific question to be answered, that is the answer in 1 month. Get ready. Okay, so that is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it helped. If not, check out all my other videos if you want to. Thank you so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and I hope you guys take care and have a good night. Hi, group 3. Okay, you guys chose Ariel. Let's see what we have. Ooh, that's always good to start with. Okay, yes. Ooh. Ooh, yes. All right, well, we have the 1111 card. Okay, it's technically the 8 of Wands. Or, I mean, why did I say that? The 4 of Wands. There's only 4 of them. Hello. And then we have the... Oh, that's funny that I said that, because this is the 8 of Wands. So we have fast motion. Okay, then we have more fast motion here as well. And we have the Magician. So this is 2 things, like, this is a wish. This is possibly a person that you already know, and you've been, like, wishing for this specific person. because you've been manifesting something, and usually it's like a specific person. But if not, then it obviously still, it has to do with you, because you've obviously been just manifesting your person just in general, right? But this is a really good union, so it's worth waiting. I feel like this has probably taken some time. I don't think if you're watching, you might not be very young. Like maybe this has been like, a decade or two coming, right? But it's worth waiting for. That's what I'm thinking, because this is something you've definitely been manifesting, and it's definitely something perfect for you, like literally perfect for you, which is good things take time, and I'm getting the fact that like this person, your person, is very light-hearted. Like they're very like funny. They might like hum or something, or maybe they're like a singer, or they sing a lot. I'm just getting like bouncy and just like animated, not like animated in a bad way, but like they seem light, like light-footed, if that kind of makes sense, if that like yeah, like makes sense to you, like, but in a personality wise as well, like they just seem very light-hearted. So they could be an air sign, because I'm just feeling like lightness. Okay, like I don't think they really take stuff to heart, like, or like if they have haters, they don't care. They really just bounces right off them. I just really don't think that, and I think it's because they really have done a lot of work, obviously, it's been a while. I think this whole time they've just really been chilling, not stressed about it. I feel like maybe you also might know that it's just gonna be the right timing. I just get this really like chill vibe. And it might be from both of you, like maybe you as well are just pretty chill about it. Like, and you're lonely, but I feel like you also aren't necessarily putting yourself out there that much, because you're like, well, I don't want anything that I've seen. If they're right for me, then the universe will figure it out, It's not like you're hiding away where it's impossible. It's just that you're not necessarily dressing to the nines and going way out of your way and doing things you don't want to do because you think you have to meet somebody. Like, and I feel like your person is also kind of chill like that. They're like, you know what? I'll meet my person when I'm supposed to. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna have fun, and I'll meet them. And it's coming. They're coming. And it's interesting that this card is coming that way and this one's going that way towards the magician who is manifesting this. So this is like your wish. This is what you've been wanting. Oh, isn't that funny how like Ariel is like in the same position as the magician in a way, like the same arm and everything. I like that. Also, they both have red, so your person could be wearing red when you first meet them, or the next time you see them, you know what I mean? Like, so take that how that works for you. Let's see what else we got. Let's do these. Wow. Okay, so again, we have like more of this. So I feel like not only like okay, because like I wasn't gonna concentrate on that, but like dragonflies have to do with change, like major change, right? And a lot of it is also like a lot of people see dragonflies as like a path to like the spirit world sometimes. It's a very deep insect, a deep animal, it's very like magical. It's almost thought like same with butterflies as well, that they can go into different realms because they're so light, they're almost air, that they should we kind of pretend that they can. Obviously I don't think they can, but and a lot of times they say spirits take over that body and come to us in forms of these, and that would make sense, right? So they are very powerful in that sense. And for next to this, I'm kind of almost feeling like these are like little whispers like fluttering by you. Like I feel like and I feel like this is kind of like why you're chill. Like I feel like you feel it coming. Like it's in the air, it's coming. You can feel it on the way, because we have two cards like they're about to crash, like it's about to happen. and we have girl talk, right? So, and I feel like girl talk in a way, like I'm not necessarily taking it as friends this time. I'm feeling it's more like girl talk with the universe. And you don't have to be a girl, but you know what I'm saying. You know what girl talk is, you know, where you're gossiping and you're like getting information that maybe you shouldn't be getting. And I feel like there are signs being given to you. And it might not be from the universe, but maybe from the spirit world. So maybe your guardians and, you know, those around you are actually kind of fluttering right past you and kind of giving you little encouragements and you know, pep talks in a way on where to go. And, you know, I think you know what I'm talking about. I think you know, because you felt this. We have almost all like totally positive. These are all positive, right? It's the King of Cups here. I barely even touched on that, but in my mind, you know, I did, you know, because we have these two hearts coming together, right? And that's why I'm like, this is like a soulmate. This is definitely happening. We have 1111, two hearts that are so close. It's so close. You're almost there. Meeting as one, you know, two hearts meeting as one. Also, we have dark hair here. Not sure what hair we have there because he's wearing a helmet. And then we have light hair. So again, it could be one or the other. It could be, you know, where they dye it a different color than they actually are. Oh, and then we have little girl down here too. Oh, yeah. Again, so I'm getting like whispers, because I'm not really getting like, oh, they're writing you a letter or anything. I mean, they could be like physically, you know, or messaging you or something, but I'm more getting that this is again like signs coming, like in the actual shape of like words. It could be like anything. Like it seems like almost like you might be like the viewer, you might actually be experiencing where you're just seeing like this person's name or something, or when you see this name, it makes you feel weird and you're not sure why, and you're like, why do I care about this random name on a building? Like, why does it make me feel this way? But it might have to do with, one, sometimes it has to do with like your past life, I know that, but it also could mean that for some reason your energy, your soul is picking up on these tiny clues that you don't understand, but your soul does. Right? So just pay attention. That's really what I'm getting. Always a good card. Okay. Again, dark hair. Okay. So wedding. This situation involves marriage. Okay. Well, I mean, we already know that. We're looking at your future spouse, but it's always good to get extra validation that this is, you know, a good connection here. And, you know, again, like, it's all very pink, right? We all got this, like, pink up here. It's like this little corner of love, you know? So, again, I'm, like, feeling like you're getting, like, a little whisper. Like, the universe is, like, in your corner, and it's, like, just giving you little hints to just keep you going. And sometimes we need that, you know? Okay. Okay. Unexpected. I wasn't really expecting this card. I kind of thought, I don't know, I would get a different one. I don't know why, but I did. Interesting. Okay, so one, they could actually be like far away, okay? Because we do have like this, it looks kind of like, you know, open space, and it could technically be like a map. I'm not sure if that's a sky or a map. We do have the train up there as well. So they could be like, either they could come from a different country or across the seas, or, you know, whatever, or they could be traveling at the moment, or when you meet them they just did travel and you'll talk about how they just traveled. It could have anything to do with traveling like that. And then this also tells me that there's like some sort of, like, again, the universe is like on your side. Like, you're getting little clues, and it's leading to something like the golden jug, you know, the golden milk, whatever, where, you know, it's stepping up, right? Started off small, but things are getting better. And this also tells me that next to this, that this is a marriage that's gonna just get better. It's never gonna really get stagnant. I mean, every relationship does get stagnant after a while, but you find ways to make it exciting again. Like, it's never going to just be boring where, you know, whatever, I might as well marry you, just stay married, it just seems inconvenient to get a divorce now, you know. No, you're gonna want to stay with this person. Like, you guys actually make the effort to make your love actually grow, not just stay good, right? You're gonna make sure it's awesome, not just good. Oh, didn't I say, wait, did I say that in this reading? Yeah. Yeah, because they're like lighthearted and stuff. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. So yeah, okay. They probably do hum or, you know, just have that bouncy type feeling. Like maybe they don't hum all the time, maybe just in their shower. Maybe they're a singer in the shower, you know, something like that. But they're very just bouncy. I feel bouncy, very happy, mainly happy on a daily basis, you know. Met you more than 1 year ago. Ooh, I always like that clue. Sometimes it throws me for a loop where I'm like, I didn't think that they knew this person, but, you know, and still, sometimes you might not know them, but they know you. You know what I mean? Like, we can't remember everyone we meet. We can't help it that we're memorable and that people remember us, but we don't remember them. I'm just kidding. I mean, kind of. Okay, and then we also have your paths will cross after you make a final decision. Ooh, okay, so we have that like you met them and now you're like wondering when like your paths will cross, or maybe you aren't sure who I'm talking about, you know, who you already know. But your paths will cross after you make some sort of final decision, and that's on you. You'll know what decision, you know, the universe is pointing at. Okay, so once you make that decision, don't rush it, okay? It's not meant to be rushed. It's just giving you this clue that once you do make this decision on a normal ratio of time, don't rush it. You know, that's when the perfect timing will come in. That's when this person who you are manifesting will come in, right? Oh, funny how that one was the one that's like on this little section of like, you know, momentum. So it's going to happen, right? It's saying don't rush it. It's already on the way. You just have to make this random decision, and it might not even be a decision you even know about, right? But there's some sort of final decision you will be making. Okay? And then we have surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. Ooh, that's always sensual. Okay, these characters in this card have dark hair and dark skin, like quite dark skin. So that could be a clue, because we do have the dark skin popping up a little bit more, you know, because we only really have one blonde, one helmet. The rest is all dark hair now. Okay, so they probably do have dark hair and then probably dark skin. Okay, yeah, that is what I'm getting with cards. So, okay, let's get some charms. Ooh, some letters. Okay, are we in? Yes. All right, what do we have? We have a Y, an A, and an I, okay? So those could be initials, you know the drill. So, you know, we can mix them up a little bit. Alrighty, so hopefully that's helpful to you. We have my dream, my little dream marble. Okay, so that means that either you're dreaming of them, and this means like actual physical dreams, okay? So like while you're sleeping, you might be dreaming of this person or even meeting with them in your dreams. Doesn't mean you're going to remember it, but maybe that's why you're kind of starting to feel this 11:11 vibe, you know, like this intuition and this energy and these little whispers, you know? And they literally could be coming to you in your dreams, and when you wake up, you literally don't remember it at all, but your soul remembers that, you know, and it's in your brain. You just you know, haven't quite, it's not coming to your actual awakened, you know, mind, if that makes sense to you. Okay, let's see what else we have. So the biggest one we got, okay, so we have my owl. Now sometimes this tells me kind of like a stalker vibe, not in a bad way, but like online stalking, not in a bad way, in the good way, where someone's like crushing on you, they're just interested, they want to find out more about you, look at your pictures, you know, all that fun stuff that happens when someone is interested in someone. And it could just be telling me physically that they have like striking eyes. And it's interesting because this owl is dark, so if they do have dark skin, it is like maybe their eyes are very white, like the whites of their eyes could be very white. Or they could just have like slightly larger eyes, or the way they do their makeup might be that way, but their eyes are slightly striking when you look at them, and it could be the color of their eyes as well. But so it could be their eyes, so pay attention if they have very interesting eyes. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I'm actually gonna take her as the actual like Honolulu. I'm hiccuping. Like, you know, a like Pacific Islander type like vibe. Okay, so not only their vibe, but maybe they actually also look this way as well. And they do have darker skin actually, like in the islands areas. Okay, so that would make sense. They would have darker hair as well. It could be specifically Hawaii. Okay. Yes, I'm definitely getting that. Ooh, okay, so we have the picture. That by itself kind of tells me Aquarius sometimes, because, you know, Aquarius is the water bearer. So they could be, and oh, that would make sense because they would be an air sign if, you know, if they're an Aquarius, obviously. And I did mention that earlier because they do kind of have that like bouncy, and then that's interesting because it's like the light-hearted step. Remember how I said like I felt like they had like a light foot, you know? They tread lightly. They just are very bouncy. They feel airy. So yeah, I feel like it's hard. Like, how do you explain that a person isn't like emotionally burdened down? Like, that's kind of how I feel. Like, I feel, and it's not because they're airheaded. It's because they've actually done the work and they're like, you know, I don't care about that stuff. I'm gonna choose to be lighthearted. You know, I'm gonna do the work. I'm gonna do that. That's how I want to live. We do have this heart here, and to me that is a delicate heart, but interesting that we have another heart along with it. So those two together, yes. Okay, so this is you or your person have kind of, because I feel like with this situation going on, this is almost like a shield. It's like one of those chainmail that's kind of, it's like how I feel. Like it's almost like a, when someone has those screens on their house, you know, so that people can't break in. It's kind of like that. Like, it's like a little armor for your heart. But I'm feeling like it might be for your person or for both of you because there are two hearts there, right? And there were those two that were merging. So I feel like you guys are kind of mirroring each other, like in your situations that are happening like right now leading up to meeting them or whatever the next step is. But then this one is also, so it's almost like a wish. It's almost like you or your person or both really, really want each other, but in some way you thought that you didn't deserve each other. So instead of looking for each other, you kind of just stopped. And you were like, yeah, well, since I can't get them, we'll just get nobody. And we'll just cover it up, and that way I won't be upset, right? Because I'm choosing this. But it's going to happen anyway. That's basically what the universe is saying. So even if you're trying to be all, you know, tender with your heart and you don't want it to, you're gonna have to open it up, right? And I think you guys did. I think you already did. I don't think the universe is saying do that. I think it's saying I acknowledge you've done this, and this is also like a fresh step to me as well. So it's not only like the lighthearted thing, but I do feel like this is like a new step for both of you guys. Like when you do get together, like your life is gonna change. It's not like, I don't think you're just going to move in with each other and just ho-hum, this is the same life we live, just together now. I think this is really going to change your life, like when you meet them. Like you're really going to inspire each other. You guys are just really good. I'm really just getting like to emphasize perfect timing. Perfect timing. For some reason, you need to know that. Not to rush stuff. Because, right, again, with that final decision thing, you know, I felt the need to, like, not, you know, make sure you didn't rush it. We're getting some words. Yeah, there you go. It was, like, stuck. Okay. Okay, interesting. So this is, like, hanging. Do you see that? So that wanted to come out, then hung in there. So we have ask what sugar this take it easy, though for wish of. Ooh, that is, you get, it's just, sometimes my mind is just like, what? Ask what sugar this take easy, though for wish of. Oh my gosh. So I mean, you could, like, technically you could move it around, but, like, for some reason I let my fingers take it how it wants it to be read, you know? That is so interesting how I literally just said that. Like, don't try to rush your wish. You have to take it easy. Like, you want the sugar. You have to take it easy. And you'll get what you wish for, you know? Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, let's get the pendulum. We're going to ask it 2 questions. So first, we're asking for an extra little clue. So a clue that will help you to spot them, or if you already know them, how to validate it's them. You guys know the drill. So we need a good clue, pendulum. A good clue. Something that is helpful. Okay. Alrighty, they live near their parents. Okay, so that is a good clue. So say, you know, they're from that area. Maybe they do live there if they're parents, you know, like in the Mediterranean area. But that's just a clue, okay? So if you know this person or you'll be talking to them, they'll let you know their parents live near them. It's just another validation for you, right? Okay. And we're going to ask when the next step will be. So, you know, you guys know the drill, but I might as well say it because it's thinking and thinking. But, you know, when the next step will be, if you already know them, when you'll be asked out on a date, or if you don't know them, when they'll say hi, or you'll run into them, whatever the case is. So when is the next step? Ooh, okay, we're staying next week. Today is Saturday for me, so that could mean all of next week. So you have 7 days since today if you are going to be watching this. Well, technically you'll be watching it tomorrow because I'll upload it on Sunday. So yeah, next week, you guys. So I don't know how to take that. That's pretty soon. Yeah, that is what I have for you. I hope that helped because, I mean, it's happening soon. We got forward momentum, like, coming at ya, you know? So yeah, if it didn't help, it didn't resonate or anything, feel free to watch any of my other videos. Maybe those will speak to you. And thank you so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and hope you guys take care and have a good night.